Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and welcome to this new episode of Sudan in Focus weekly news magazine, which focuses on Sudan news and events, aims to give the Sudan TV audience a broad and first-hand information about what is going on in Sudan. So let's go.
President of the Transitional Sovereignty Council (TSC), Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, said in a tweet on Friday on the X platform, "The more the terrorist militia of al-Dagalo persists in shedding the blood of innocent citizens, the more the Sudanese people are determined to resist them." Al-Burhan added, "In X platform, violating international humanitarian law and crimes against humanity will not go unpunished, and make it impossible to tolerate this terrorist militia." The Sudanese armed forces and other regular forces have liberated the city of al-Suki from the insurgent Ter_Orist Rapid Support Militia Janjaweed. They expelled the militia from houses and civilian facilities that had been used as military bases and barracks, putting an end to the violations committed against unarmed civilians. The fleeing remnants of the militia are now being pursued. Al-Suki, October 24, 2024. As part of his inspection tour, the chairman of the Sovereignty Council and Commander-in-Chief inspects the Eastern Military Region Command and the Joint Forces, Eastern Region, October 24, 2024. Vice President of the Transitional Sovereignty Council (TSC), Commander Malik Agar, praised the efforts undertaken by the Sudan TV and Radio Public Corporation and its role in promoting national construction, particularly in the Battle of Dignity al-Karama and confronting the media war that seeks to undermine the sovereignty, dignity and pride of the Sudanese. Member of the Transitional Sovereignty Council (TSC), Assistant Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Lieutenant General Engineer Ibrahim Jabir affirmed the Sudanese government's commitment to fully cooperating with all organizations and United Nations agencies to ensure the delivery of humanitarian aid. This came during his meeting on Monday with the joint high-level delegation headed by the Deputy High Commissioner for Refugees UNHCR, Raouf Mazout, and the Deputy Executive Director of UNICEF, Edward Gibbon. Jabir explained that the Sudanese government has worked to open 7 crossings and 6 airports for flights designated to transport and deliver humanitarian aid from Port Sudan Airport to the rest of Sudan, in addition to the Daba Road and the Center Road. He stated that the government is now working to drop humanitarian aid to the streets of South Kordofan via Juba Airport.
On this United Nations Day, we celebrate the enduring values and principles.
The UN resident and humanitarian coordinator in Sudan, Clementine Quetta-Salami, is deeply troubled by reports of escalating armed violence in Al Jazeera state, which has reportedly claimed the lives of scores of civilians. "This is unacceptable and must stop immediately. Attacking civilian objects, and public infrastructure is prohibited by international humanitarian law. It is unacceptable and must stop immediately," Clementine Quetta-Salami concluded.
Sudan's permanent mission to the United Nations office in Geneva submitted today a strongly worded memorandum to the offices of the High Commissioner for Human Rights (OHCHR) and the President of the Human Rights Council on the background of the horrific atrocities and retaliatory operations carried out by the terrorist rebel Rapid Support Forces (RSF) militia against the defenseless citizens in the villages of eastern Al Jazeera. Since the rebel RSF militia commander Abu Agla Kaikal surrendered to the armed forces, those villages have been witnessing killing, terrorizing and displacement. The government of Sudan called on the international community to immediately and strongly condemn these criminal retaliatory campaigns carried out by the terrorist rebel Rapid Support Forces RSF militia in eastern Al Jazeera, and to take measures to hold accountable the perpetrators, leaders and sponsors of the terrorist RSF militia, and to halt the flow of weapons and mercenaries to it. The government said in a statement issued by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs on Friday evening that the villages and towns of eastern Al Jazeera and Al Butana are being subjected to retaliatory campaigns by the Janjaweed militia following the defection of its leaders, targeting civilians on tribal and regional grounds, which amounts to genocide and ethnic cleansing.
Chinese-Sudanese relations began when Sudan was among the first countries to formally recognize the People's Republic of China back in 1959. Since then, relations have amicably developed based on the principles of non-interference, respect for territorial integrity and sovereignty, and mutual benefits and quality. Economic relations were officially established in the 1960s when both countries signed a 1962 agreement on economic and technical cooperation, ETC, which remains effective till today. Bilateral relations in economic reached important stature in the 1990s as China became a key player in the development of Sudan's oil sector. Recently, the chairman of the Sovereignty Council, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Lieutenant General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, visited China, Beijing, for FOCAC summit of the Forum of China-Africa Cooperation, and this summit testament to the current fruitful Africa-China ties, especially Sudan-China relationships, and contributes bilateral cooperation. And this year marks the 65th anniversary of Sudan and China relations, al-Burhan said. From the other side, the Minister of Finance and Economic Planning, Dr. Jibril Ibrahim, signed many agreements in different fields, and that strengthened bilateral economic relations between Sudan and China. In industry field, there is a great example for Sudan and China cooperation that Jihad Automotive Industry Co. Ltd. was founded in the year 1993 with a vision to be one of the largest engineering industrial groups across Africa. The group has multiple subsidiary companies which include Jihad Al-Suwaidi Cables, Jihad Motors, Jihad Tractor, Jihad Motor Services, and Jihad Trucks. The industries that Jihad Group is operating in are vehicles, metallurgical industries, electronics, aviation, maritime, infrastructure, construction, agriculture, transportation, mining, alternative and renewable energies, space technologies, furniture, medical equipment, textile, leather, batteries, and research and development. Al-Burhan also witnessed signing of a significant agreement between the state-owned Jihad Engineering Group and 3 prominent Chinese companies. This partnership focuses on the manufacturing of electric cars, trucks, and various types of machinery. Also, Sudan signed deals with Chinese companies for nuclear power, ports, and airports projects. Sudan's energy and mining group, part of the country's defense industry complex, linked the deals with the China Energy Engineering Group, a state-owned firm specializing in energy and infrastructure projects. The agreements aim to support Sudan's goals of developing peaceful nuclear. The agreements aim to support Sudan's goals of developing peaceful nuclear energy, upgrading seaports, and modernizing airports. So, Sudan and China have a long-lasting relationships.
Gemstones are one of the precious and beautiful materials used in manufacturing jewelry. These stones are distinguished by their beauty and natural shine. Gemstones have been used in making jewelry since ancient times, as they were considered a symbol of wealth, power, and beauty. Many different gemstones are available, varying in colors, shapes, and chemical compositions. Popular gemstones include diamond, emeralds, rubies, diamonds, pearls, and agate blue, agate, and many others. Gemstones are also used in designing jewelry, giving the jewelry artistic and cultural value. Also, diamonds are one of the most famous and valuable gemstones. It's characterized by its hardness and high shine, and is usually used in the manufacturing bracelet and earring. As for the emerald stone, it's distinguished by its beautiful emerald green color. It's considered one of the 4 valuable gemstones known as the large gemstones, and is used in the manufacture of bracelet and earrings. Sapphire are available in a variety of colors, including red, blue, yellow, pink, and green. Sapphires are used in the manufacture of various jewelry, including rings. There is also agate stone. It's available in several colors such as red, blue, brown, and green. Agate is used in the manufacture of bracelets and rings.
Sudan.